Good morning, everyone. Wesley is off this week, so I'm flying solo, and of course we're going to start with the Drought Monitor. So let's get right to that new map and see where we are. Well, quite a turn of events over the last couple of weeks with the flash drought starting to run rampant through the state. We now have basically the entire state in moderate drought to severe drought to extreme drought to exceptional drought. The only small, tiny area of abnormally dry conditions left in the state is up in far northern Woods and Alfalfa counties. So the entire state in drought virtually, and I'm afraid it's going to stay that way until we get decent rainfall. Now, we have seen some of those areas intensify a little bit more rapidly, such as down in southwest Oklahoma and south central Oklahoma, where we're hearing very bad reports of low farm ponds, dry farm ponds, and lots of cattle sales, unfortunately. We can show this on the Drought Monitor change map for 1 week. We see all that yellow. That's a 1 category degradation across the state. Basically the entire, let's just call it everything but the northwestern quarter of the state, up 1 category in drought. So again, reflective of that flash drought situation. We're going on just about 40 days for this current dry spell. Right after June 10th, in fact, June 11th, we can pinpoint it pretty accurately. Now, some of the areas of the state are a little bit higher than that, but when we look at the consecutive days with less than a quarter inch of rainfall map from the Mesonet, it shows up pretty well exactly where those areas that have gotten rain are and where they haven't gotten rain are. And I can show you the rainfall map from the Mesonet for that time period. Starting on June 11th forward, we can see that northwestern quarter of the state not doing too bad. At least it's a little bit on the green side there, at least on the rainfall map. But most of the rest of the state, basically the southeastern, let's call it 3/4 of the state, in really bad shape. Just a little bit of smattering of decent rainfall here or there. And that's had a major impact on our soil moisture, as Wesley has shown you over the last few weeks. We take a look at this 16-inch plant available soil moisture. Most areas less than 25% plant available water. So really bad shape. And this is also indicative of danger areas for the large wildfires. We've seen that large wildfire up in Blaine County. Other areas are starting to see more fires. That lack of soil moisture at that level makes those areas prone to large wildfires, unfortunately. I don't really need to tell you that it's been hot because you're living it, and so am I. But we can look at this map from this graph from the Oklahoma Mesonet. This is the long-term average on the black line. That's 2007, 2021 for the high temperatures. The red line is what we've seen, the statewide average so far in 2022. We can see lots of up and downs, so we're well above normal, well above that long-term average. Over 100 degrees statewide average on those temperatures for the last couple of days. And that's what's done all the damage on the Drought Monitor. But not so fast. We do have the little bit of a chance of some hope coming forward. We see this 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. We do see that above normal chance, at least tilted to the above normal chances from the Climate Prediction Center, showing possibly above normal rainfall for the state of Oklahoma, at least for that northern half. Odds are a little bit less down in the southern half and over across parts of far eastern Oklahoma, but they are elevated nonetheless, so that would certainly be welcome. We know the pattern has to change eventually. Hopefully this upcoming chance of above normal precipitation is the beginning of that. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.